Communities Mass Communications Department of Norwalk Community College presents Person to Person, a show that introduces you to Connecticut's young citizens and their personalities. Now join our host, Shayna Johnson, as she goes person to person.
Thank you for joining us for today's edition of Person to Person, where we get to meet some of Norwalk's young citizens. The guests you're about to meet are future movers and shakers of Connecticut. Our guest today is Omega Psi Phi fraternity member, presidential historian, and experienced lacrosse player where he played for American International College. He also has a keen interest in sports and finance. We would like for you to meet our guest today, Chris Seeley.
Thanks for having me today.
So I hear you're an American presidential historian. How did you get into that, and what are some facts you can tell us about some former heads of state?
As far as how I got into it, it started, it's probably like in second grade or something like that. My mother, one random night, I guess we were shopping, and when I would eat dinner, when I was little, I was a pretty messy eater. So I'd have food all over the table. So she got me this plate napkin that had all the presidents to that point on it, and on the back of it had facts about each one. So for the next maybe 3-4 years or so, that was the plate napkin I was looking at every night when I was, eating dinner. And then from there, I just got, really into it, and it just really fascinated me. As far as some facts, let's see, you have Gerald Ford is the only president who was not actually elected into office. He came about because the vice president at the time resigned, and Nixon famously also resigned. So then he was the Speaker of House, so he ended up getting into power. JFK is the only Catholic man to ever become president. It caused a big stir back in those days, as well as when Kennedy ran for office against Nixon. That was the first presidential campaign or run that they did debates on TV.
Wow.
So yeah, those are a few things.
Learn something new every day. Did not know that. You're a comic book fan, right? So what are some of your favorite characters?
I'm a big Batman fan. I actually have a Batman tattoo on my arm. Some people think it's a little weird, but it's my thing. But besides him, I'm a huge X-Men fan, Spider-Man, The Flash, Green Arrow. The list goes on and on.
So you mentioned playing lacrosse. Not a lot of people know much of it. What are some different aspects of it? How long did it take for you to be proficient in it?
When I'm explaining lacrosse to people, I tell them it's mainly a cross between soccer and hockey, and a little bit of basketball. So as far as the different aspects, you have your two goals, just like soccer, basketball, whatever the case may be. And as far as the lacrosse, the ball, it's a much smaller ball, similar to like a baseball. You can't kick, unlike in soccer. Obviously it's kicking. You can't use your feet in this game, but you just think of it mainly. You just think of it as soccer, except you're using your hands and a stick instead of your feet.
That's amazing. So can you tell us about the college you attended and why did you choose your major?
I attended American International College in Springfield, Massachusetts. It's a small private school. Its main, focuses there are either like nursing, criminal justice, business, and like biology. Those are the most things that people major in over there, and communications as well. I ended up going there because I was able to play lacrosse there, and football as well, and I majored in marketing.
Marketing?
Yeah.
Okay. So we know that you're an Omega Psi Phi fraternity member and had the opportunity to meet some memorable people during your years there. Please tell us about some of the most memorable times you had there.
Let's see, memorable times. Well, there was one time the fraternity started in 1911. So in 2011, that was the 100-year anniversary, which took place in DC. And at the time, I held a position as, second vice undergrad, which, when you think about it, in essence, that's like the president of all the undergraduate students in New England. So due to that, at the conference in DC, we had this huge banquet at one point, and all of the officers were like on a platform, and everybody else was in the crowd, and we got to meet Jesse Jackson, and he was talking to us, and he did a little two-step on the stage, which was pretty funny. So yeah, I would say that would probably be the most memorable time.
What all good to see Jesse Jackson do that. Since you're a Patriots fan, I have to ask, do you think Brady will come back for another season or not?
Oh, no doubt. I don't even think that's a question. He'll be back.
You got faith?
Yeah. He's not going nowhere.
Today we got to meet someone who shared with us the benefits the fraternity can offer and some not so known facts about some of our past presidents. He also plans to use his knowledge of financing and sports to make sports betting predictions in the upcoming baseball season. We would like to thank Chris for joining us today.
Thanks again for having me today. I appreciate it.
We hope you enjoy meeting one of Norwalk's own, and we hope you will continue to join us each week to watch our progress. Thank you and good day.
This has been Person to Person with your host Shayna Johnson, directed by Josue Vilson. I'm your announcer Bruno Oliveira.